I know we talked a few minutes before we started to record, Teddy, about John Wolford, the quarterback, basically a four-year starter out of Wake Forest, for some reason snubbed and not invited to the NFL Combine. Uh, have you seen any game tape on him?
Yeah, a little bit, and really, it was my co-host, Dallas Big D. He he's the one that said you need to look at this kid Wolford. He is a stud, and we started looking at him, and I do like him a lot. I think he did get snubbed. He's very undervalued. If I'm not mistaken, he's got a couple school records now for sure for the Deacons, and I have to wonder why he was not sent to the combine, or at
Here's the
least.
deal, Teddy, on John Wolford. So I follow college football, of course. I don't watch a whole lot of Wake Forest. As you can imagine, I can only see so much football on a Saturday afternoon, about 14 hours, and Wake's usually not the selection. But
Right.
I've got ACC contributors, and we talk Wake Forest football. And for basically 3 seasons, John Wolford, he started as a freshman at Wake, and they had one of the worst offensive lines in the country. They also had one of the worst running games in the country. For the first 2 to 3 years that he was there at Wake, they ranked in the bottom 3 or 4 in the nation in yardage rushing. Like they had nothing. They were averaging under 3 yards per carry one year, rushing the football, nothing. Had
Yeah.
no weapons, nothing. They recruited well. They addressed the wide receivers, addressed the offensive line, really the whole contingent around him. And I watched every snap of his bowl game against Texas A&M,
Sure.
and it was just a different deal. It was just completely different. He threw 30 TDs and 35 picks in 3 years. This year, 29 touchdowns, 6 picks, threw for 3,400 yards, something in that range. In the bowl game against Texas A&M, wow, he was just tearing them to shreds.
On
It was
fire.
just a completely different deal there at Wake. They actually finished in the top 15 in the nation in pass offense efficiency. So they improved markedly. So he showed what he could do with a little talent around him. So it will be interesting to see if he comes in under the radar and possibly makes a team.
Yeah, I do think if he does get drafted, I think it's going to be on the third day. I really do. It'll be fifth round or lower. But if he doesn't get drafted at all, I think whatever team picks him up as a free agent is getting tremendous value. And he'll be able to learn behind some of the best quarterbacks in the league. It's going to be a team that'll have a good starting veteran quarterback, and he'll get to learn the tutelage from that quarterback.